evening, everybody, and welcome to the One Youth Live Stream Wednesday Night Spectacular. I'm joined today with my two best friends in the whole world, Mr. Jamie and Mr. Patrick. We're super excited to bring you guys a great show tonight, and we are going to jump right in with some prayer. So please join me in prayer. Dear God, we thank you so much for blessing us with another amazing day. We thank you for blessing us with this time to worship and praise with you and to see our friends and to celebrate our church family. And God, we just want to, again, thank you so much for allowing us to know that you're in control. No matter what's going on in our lives today with school and tests and technology and being separated from our friends, we know that you are still right with us and beside us, and that you walk with us through everything that we do in life, and that we don't need to be stressed or worried about anything coming our way because you are always in control, God. And we just want to look to you tonight and ask for your blessings on this show and all the people that we get to interact with, and for all of our family and friends, and for all the people that are going through some hard times. We want to lift them up. We want to thank you again for our health and our safety and just the opportunity that we have to come together as a church family tonight. We thank you for all these things. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. And man, do we have just a killer show for you guys lined up tonight. We're brought back Show and Tell. 2 weeks ago, we did Show and Tell, and it was such a great show. We brought it back to do it again. Super excited about that. And then also at the end of this show, starting at 7:30, we are doing Zoom small groups. We're going to get all of you guys on the Zoom meeting. We're going to break us off into small groups. We're going to have time to see each other face to face and talk. I am so excited about that. The links for the Zoom meeting are going to go live at the end of the show at 7:20. So be ready. If you need to go do something else right now, go ahead, go eat, go to the bathroom, whatever you need to do, and be back at 7:20 because we're going to kick off our first ever middle school and high school Zoom small breakout groups. It's going to be great. If you have any questions for us throughout the show, as always, drop it in the chat. We'll try to answer them. If you ask us anything really interesting on there, we'll answer it as we go. And that's the lineup for tonight. And we also just have some announcements from Jamie of things that we are working on every week, day in and day out. Jamie, what kind of announcements do we got?
We got all sorts of stuff happening. First and foremost, all the digital content. I know you guys who are already on this know that we have a live show. It's happening right now. Also, pay attention to those Instagrams. I know some of us don't always log right into the Instagram every day and check it out, but check out the One Youth Instagram. On Tuesdays and Thursdays especially, we have our verse of the day, my favorite verse. And those have been a real encouraging thing to me, and I think also encouraging to the whole church who have actually had a chance to see one of those so far.
Yeah.
Also, our One Amazing Life podcast is coming out Friday, and we're talking about summer traditions. A lot of us have different traditions during the summer, and so you can hear from some high school people about their summer traditions. And then the One Youth Devo is coming out on Wednesday and Sunday. You can listen to the podcast or the Devo anywhere. You can listen to any podcast. We're on all major platforms, including this one, YouTube. Our high school hangout Zoom is going to be this Sunday, and that is 11 to 11:30. So I know for some of us, 11 o'clock on a Sunday would be waking up early. Not for all of us. I'm just saying for some of us. Some people need to set an alarm to get up at 11 a.m. on a Sunday. So if that's you, I have good word that Ezra got his alarm, got up, got ready for the hangout this Sunday, just to realize that because it was Mother's Day, we said let's wait a week. So,
oh my gosh,
Ezra, wake up again, man. Give it another shot. 11 o'clock this Sunday, we're doing a high school Zoom meeting where we can hang out and just check in with each other. Also, do you want to be on our podcast? We have invited a few people to be on, and I hate it when we miss out on people because you know what, Chris, and Chris, you know this. Whenever we talk to people, sometimes the people we don't know all that well have the best things to say because they're just sharing new things. It's fun to learn from new people. So if you haven't had a chance to be on our podcast and you want to be on the podcast, we would absolutely love it. You can reach out to Patrick. and he'll let you know what the schedule is and maybe a good time where you can be on the podcast. Also, middle school and high school small breakout groups are happening tonight. Just like Patrick said, they're happening at 7:30. So what I would recommend is not only be ready to get on the show at that 7:30 time, but I would also recommend maybe texting a friend or two to get them also into the breakout groups. And now's the right time to do it because you have like 50 minutes until that's going to happen.
Boom.
So check that out. And then also, Patrick, I'm wearing, there it is. I'm wearing my Community Serve Day shirt. Some of you might have these at home. And that's because Community Serve Day isn't just one day out of the year. We do this thing at our church called Community Serve 365. And it means 365 days a year, we're here to serve the community with whatever needs are happening. And so this Saturday, May 16th, we are doing a neighborhood collection drive. And the church is going to be collecting donations for all sorts of different nonprofits. It gets, you need it. There's only certain things you can donate and only certain things they need. But they're looking for people to help run it. They're also looking for people to do a drive-through donation. For more information, you can visit the link that's in the chat, just popped up there, and check that out. And that link is cs365.5000hands.org, and it is in the chat, or you can go to the church website and find that, because we want you to be able to help serve or spread the word. They're looking for stuff to help everyone out. And with that, this time of the year, I've talked to a lot of people, and a lot of people right now are getting stressed out. And what they're getting stressed out about is this little thing called AP tests. Now, Patrick, I took one AP test in all of high school. How many did you take?
0.
You took 0.
Yeah.
Chris, did you take any AP tests in high school?
That would be a hard no.
Is that a negative number you're saying? Jeez, man.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's a hard no.
Oh, man. Well, listen to this. All 3 of us were trumped because Megan just told me from the control room that she took 10.
Wow.
10?
Megan took 10.
10.
That
8,
is
yeah.
crazy.
That is
Okay,
so
so
nuts.
we know where the brains are. The brains are at the control room apparently right now.
Thank goodness, too. Gosh.
Yeah.
Hey, some people are good
Seriously.
at talking, some people are good at learning. I'm the former.
Well, it sounds to me like, yeah, people are in the right place here. So yeah, well, I took 1 AP, Megan took 10. Now, AP tests are kind of a big deal for a lot of people, and they're a big deal because if you pass them, there's the potential that if you do well on your AP test, that you won't have to take a class in college, and classes in college are very expensive. So there's even like a financial implication to passing an AP test or doing well on it. And right now, a lot of people are taking AP tests. And I don't know about you guys, but when I was growing up and tests came up and they were very difficult, I would pray and I would ask God. And I would say, Lord, please, please, please give me wisdom. Give me wisdom on how to deal with this. Now, so in honor of all of our AP test people, I want to give us just a verse today that's going to help us know a little bit more about wisdom. And it's not just for people who are taking tests. It's also for everyone out there who's having a hard time deciding, making a hard decision in life. Maybe you have a decision in front of you and you don't know how to decide. Maybe there's a hard, difficult situation you're in and you don't know how to get out of it. Maybe you're having a hard time getting along with your family at home because everyone's all cramped in a house and you guys don't always spend that much time together and it's just driving you crazy and you don't know what to do. I think every day we're all faced with decisions that we have to make. They might be small, they might be huge. But in this book, the book of James, which is towards the end of the Bible, right at the beginning of it, we get this wonderful wisdom here. And it says this, it says, if any of you lacks wisdom, this is James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lacks wisdom, you should ask God, who gives generously to all without finding fault, and it will be given to you. And I love the fact that God actually, through the Bible, tells us, hey, if you're lacking wisdom, just ask, right? All you had to do is ask. Back in the day when you could go to a restaurant I always feel weird asking for things at a restaurant because I feel like I'm interrupting someone. Like, oh, can I have some water? And you know, if the waiters look at me and they're like, what? Like, why would you ask me for something? Well, actually, really, waiters are there because they want to give you things. Like, they want to do a good job. And the way it is with God, God wants to give us wisdom. God desires to give us wisdom. And it says that God will not just give us wisdom, it says that God will give generously, and He won't give us wisdom and find fault in us. So here's the deal. If any of you are in a situation, it may be in your breakout groups tonight, you could even ask for wisdom or ask to pray for wisdom if you're in a difficult situation or you're just stressed out about tests. Take a minute and just say a prayer. And you can just ask God and say, God, I need wisdom. And I need wisdom about how to deal with this situation. I need wisdom about how to get along with my family. I need wisdom about how to pass this AP Physics 2 test. I need wisdom about whatever that would be for you. So God wants to give us wisdom. Now, here's the second part to this, and this is the part that gets a little tricky. Verse 6 says, but when you ask, you must believe and not doubt. Because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from God. Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do. So here's the second part of this. When you pray and you say, God, I want wisdom for this situation, don't second guess whether God is going to give you wisdom. He's going to give you wisdom. That's going to happen. And so sometimes we start to doubt that God will give us wisdom, and we'll go back and forth and say, well, I'm not really sure this is the right decision. I don't really know what's going on. I don't really know if I have true wisdom. When you hear that wisdom from God, you need to take and hold on to that and run with it. So that's our little Devo for today. And I'm excited for all of you who are taking tests, not because tests are fun to take, but I'm excited that all of you are smart. I'm excited that all you guys get a chance to take these AP tests and to show off how smart you are and how hard you worked. And just know that if you're having a hard day, if you're feeling like you don't know what's going on and you don't know how to give the right answers on the test, just take a minute, say that prayer, and follow that wisdom that comes from God. So, friends, we get a chance now. We have a gift that we've received. And the gift we've received is from our worship band. They have made a video. All of them sent in videos, and we mashed it all together because they want to lead worship for us, but they wanted to do that all together. So we're gonna disappear for a minute, and we're gonna all watch this worship together. So let's watch this.
Your love is devoted. Like a ring solid gold, like a vow that is tested, like a covenant of old. Your love is enduring through the winter rain and beyond the horizon, with mercy for today. Faithful you have been, faithful you will be. You pledge yourself to me, and it's why I sing your praise. Ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will ever be on my lips, ever be on my lips. Your praise will
Wow. I can't believe they pulled that off. That's so amazing that was that they all recorded their own parts and it was all put together, and it's like they were worshiping in the youth room. It's amazing.
I know, except like in the shower or in the bathroom. I love that. The acoustics of the bathroom are just perfect for those voices. It sounded amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, worship shower rock is killing it right now.
Yeah.
That was impressive.
Yeah. Seriously.
I
Awesome
love
job,
it, man.
man.
I know, Chris. Have you ever done that, Chris? Tried to record something and send it in somewhere like that back in your music days? Did you guys ever do anything like get in the bathroom to do vocals? Did that ever happen for you?
It's true actually. We that's how they used to record you. You know what I mean? Like once you went into like a different place you record, but like we recorded at like this big kind of like mansion, and every room is different. So like I actually did my bass thing in like a big stone fireplace. It was bizarre. It was like standing in the fireplace trying to play the bass, and you couldn't see anybody else in the whole house. You couldn't hear them, so you're just like winging it. The drummer I think was like where do we have the drummer? I think the drummer was in like the dining room or something like that. They took out the table and put him in there. And the singer was actually in the shower, like he was in like the shower thing singing.
For whatever reason. I sound pretty good when I'm singing in the shower, so I imagine that makes sense.
I mean, that's where it came up with, right? Yeah,
that's right.
Total sense.
Right.
Some cool tricks of the trade. I would have never guessed that different rooms gave off different sounds and everything, but I guess it makes sense. That's why maybe that's why people like singing in the shower so much, is because it just sounds so good.
It
so
does.
Epic. Cool. Hey, well, this is cool. I love that we have the video, and I'm curious too, all you people out there who were in the video, if you guys jump in the chat, what was it like to record? Did you have? This was probably your first time seeing this, I imagine. So how do you think it turned out? I know I want to see more of these, but again, that's someone else doing all that work. So thank you guys for putting all that together.
So
yeah, seriously.
Yeah. So thank you, Worship Band, for putting that all together. Thank you, Jamie Mazza, for putting all that together as well and getting the band all together. So thank you guys.
Thank you. And Pat, what do we have coming up next, man?
We got one of a really cool middle schooler for some show and tell jumping in the chat right now. And here it is, my friend Taj. Whoa. Let's wait till his audio connects there. Taj, what in the world is going on? Like, tell me where you are. I see some flashing lights. Like, please, tell me what's going on.
We exit it first so I can...
Oh.
Whoa, what? I don't even know what happened. Did you just go through like a dimensional portal? What's going on here?
We made a fort inside of his room, and we strung it up with Christmas lights. Called the Cool Fort.
Oh, the Cool Fort. That looks bomb.
Wait a minute. I'm seeing some like TV gear in here. What's happening?
Yeah, so basically we got the PlayStation in here with the TV. We got the church stream down there.
Got it. Okay, I got it. I always wondered how people watch the show. Do they watch playing video games?
Wait, you have our show running right there? Oh, I can see it. Oh, it's paused. Yeah, awesome. Yeah. This is so cool.
That's great, man. This is perfect.
And
you can do some no scoping of people up top, and then a little worship below. It's great.
Yeah. And then up here we got the snack shack place.
Oh my
goodness. We got some cinnamon crunch, goldfish and stuff.
Nice.
Wow.
And yeah, that's the fort.
Dude, I think your fort is bigger than my whole house.
Right?
And it's definitely way cooler. Multiple screens, cinnamon toast crunch. Those lights are awesome. I don't know, I don't have any cool lights in my house. I literally have a big orange construction light facing me right now, and that's my house. Man, your fort is awesome.
Thanks. They're just Christmas lights. We just pulled them out of the garage.
That's so cool.
So Taj, what is the roof made out of? Is that just a big sheet or what?
Yeah, it's a big sheet basically. And my brother, he has like a basketball hoop thingy up there, and so we just like tied it to that.
So Taj, do you have any advice to give people out there who are thinking, I'm getting bored. I think I need to make a fort. Are there any like construction design tips? you can give people?
Yeah. If you have like a shelf or something, get a blanket going off of that and like attach it to like something lower. Like we have the bed. So that's what we use.
Got it. So attach it to something that's already up high. Don't try to make it like a freestanding structure. I got it. That's good, man.
Yeah.
And what was the inspiration? You know, was there inspiration, or what was like the thought process in building this?
Well, basically, I was just doing my homework one day, and then my brother walked in, and he was like, "Taj, tonight we're gonna build a fort, and we're gonna sleep in it." And then, yeah, we just kind of built it.
Wow, nice. So you sleep in it too, then?
Sometimes if Jax wants to.
Nice, man. That is so cool. Chris, have you ever built a cool fort like this before?
I'll be honest with you, Patrick. I'm like overwhelmed with the coolness factor of this fort. Forts for me were like a couple of couch cushions and one of Grandma's old blankets that usually fell down. We had no TV. We got lucky. We had like a crossword puzzle and maybe like a couple of like saltines. You know what I mean? That was it.
This thing is definitely next level. What's one thing you'd like to add to it before this whole quarantine thing is over and you have to take the fort down?
I don't know. Probably just like something else to do because right now we really only have the TV in here, so we can't really do much else.
Josh, have you thought about a swimming pool?
I like the way you think,
a
Chris.
Swimming pool. You have enough room for it. You should maybe go with like a pool. I think it'd be a good addition.
Yeah, just get one of the pool thingies, the blow-up ones.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
There
don't
you
like
go.
pour concrete or anything. Just get like one of the blow-up jobs. You know what I mean? Don't go crazy.
Yeah, this is awesome. I absolutely love it. When I was a kid, I used to build forts, and there's a number of different forts that I would build. But one of the most memorable ones that I did is one day it was just absolutely insane windy out. And I took a bunch of lawn chairs and I laid them on their sides and connected a blanket on the top of all of them. And lawn chairs make a great fort because they kind of are weird angles and you can crawl in between. It was awesome. But it was so windy that the roof didn't stay on. So I learned that I wasn't a very good builder of forts.
Wait, so you made it outside?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I made the fort outside. I made some inside, too, but I really like the outdoor ones in crazy weather for the challenge.
Yeah, those sound fun.
Yeah.
So, Taj, what are the seating options in your fort right now? Where can you sit? Is it just on the floor, or is there other options?
Yeah, it's just on the floor, but like if you could see, this is like a backrest here, and there's like
nice
bags under there if you want to like pull them out. But yeah, just the floor really.
Very nice. And do you have any plans for making the floor plan of the fort even bigger?
Jax has been talking about extending it like over the bed a little, so like he can sleep on the bed too. So that'd be
Smart.
pretty
Get it all the way over. I like that idea.
I'm telling you, extend it outside.
Yeah.
Just open a window and just have the channel that goes out into the. That's good.
Yeah.
Are you on the first story or the second story of your house right now?
We're the second.
Oh yeah, maybe that's not a great idea, Pat.
Build it up high, build a high fort. Get way creative. Well, Taj, I really hope that you join us later tonight on the Zoom Hangout. The link will go into the YouTube chat and on Instagram in just a little bit, so be sure to be watching for that. And I look forward to seeing you again in a little bit.
Bye, Taj.
Josh, thanks for being on the show, brother. Great fort. Good job.
Thanks for having me. See you guys.
See ya. Bye.
I'm pretty sure that Taj is going to end up being like an engineer one day. Build some massive building or something like that. With
the style of fort that was, I definitely agree. But we have our next guest coming in right now.
Who's that?
Who's coming up?
We will wait and see. Oh, there we go. Hi, Maggie.
Maggie. Hey, Maggie Watts.
Welcome to Show and Tell. What do you have?
I have a pottery wheel. Well,
What?
technically.
Pottery wheel.
Yeah. I rented a pottery wheel from this.
You what? You rented a
rented
pottery
those.
wheel?
Yeah. This studio in Ocean Beach is renting out pottery wheels. So I rented a pottery wheel and I made this little mug. How do I flip? Okay. This little mug with these flowers on it.
What? You made that? That's awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, I took some classes at CCA, so I kind of know how to do it. And then
Now, is there an AP test for pottery? Can you take AP pottery?
I am. I'm taking AP 3D next year if we go back to school.
They have AP classes for everything at your school. It is just fascinating.
Yeah.
That
And
Max, depending on the quarantine, if the art thing takes off, are you thinking about just dropping school, period, and just pursuing a career in art?
I wish. I don't know if my parents would approve of that.
Yeah, I don't think Mike and Julie would be super excited about you.
It was just a question.
Exiting
There's no
school.
right or wrong answer. I was just saying, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It seems like you really had something there with the art career. I didn't want to let school screw it up, you know what I mean? But that's just me. Don't you have to listen to me.
But then this is the wheel itself in my garage.
Can you show us like how it works?
yeah, this is a show and tell, so like please show us everything.
This is what I did today. It kind of looks like an urn, but hopefully it'll be a flower base eventually.
How long did that take you?
Probably like 25-30 minutes.
That would
Really?
take
That's
me
it?
like 25 or 30 days, if not longer.
And then I can try to take it off. Hang on.
Well, we don't want you to break anything. You don't need to show us something that you're gonna break in the process.
Do you think?
Ooh,
Wait,
Whoa.
did it break?
Uh-oh.
Oh,
but I took it off. Here we go. This is the wheel. It spins like a wheel.
Can you put your
Whoa.
phone on it and
Yeah,
spin us
yeah,
around to see
yeah.
what that's like?
like put your phone on it with the front-facing
Just-
camera facing up. Let's make everyone dizzy. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh
man.
yeah.
There's the garage door opener.
Hi.
All
I'm
right.
like so
Here we
nervous.
go.
Ah!
This is awesome.
That's
Get-
wow.
That
That
was
was whatever you paid to rent that. It was worth it.
Totally worth
Just for
it.
that.
Totally worth it.
Dang.
Highlight of the show
Yeah.
right there.
That's about it.
That is amazing.
Cool. So where do you get the clay? Like, how does that work? You can't just go digging in the backyard, right? You got to use like
No.
special stuff.
A bag of clay came with the wheel. So I
Okay.
have this hunk of clay.
Cool.
And then some tools, but they're a mess.
And then once you make something, you kind of have to put it like in a fire or something to get it.
Yeah.
Do you have one of those, or do you just use your oven?
No. Once I'm done with the clay and the rental, I'll bring it back to the studio and then they'll fire it for me and
Oh,
glaze it.
It's like a one-stop shop over there. They give you the clay, they give you the wheel, and then they fire it for you.
Yeah.
How much does something like that set you back, Max? If you don't mind me asking.
It was $150 for a month, which is actually pretty good because I was looking into the ones where you go to the store, to the
Yeah.
studio, and it's much, much more. And this one's in my garage, so
Mm.
pretty good deal.
$150 for the whole thing for a month? Is that what you said?
No, 150.
That's what I meant. Oh, sorry. That's what I call 150 is $150.
Yeah, he's got kind of a different little language thing going here.
So for the whole month, it's only
$150.
$150 for the whole month, plus the clay, plus they fired for you.
Yeah, and glaze.
That's a smart business model these guys are
That
doing.
seems like
here.
a
I think
great
it's good.
deal.
Yeah,
Otherwise, these things would just be sitting in an empty studio, right?
exactly.
That's good.
I mean,
good.
if you think about it, it's really like getting Starbucks every day, and you just don't get Starbucks every day. And you got to keep stuff for the rest of your life. You can get, especially this time of year, you can make Mother's Day gifts. I mean, you can make all kinds of stuff. Unbelievable. Totally worth it. Great investment, Max. You might have a future in finance. Forget about the art thing. Go back to finance. You know, I mean, you might have a better gift there.
I think Maggie, you could probably also, start selling some of the things that you made, and
Maybe.
you can make all your money back. It would be, yeah, maybe a little profit there. That's fantastic.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Wow.
Max, are you
possibly.
excited that your pastoral team is like really more of like managers and life skills? You know what I mean? Like it varies. You know what I mean? You thought you were going to get some word from the Lord, and instead you get some good career advice. This is really working out good for you today, isn't it?
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for sharing and talking to us about what you have been making and doing. That's super cool. That's something that I would never be able to do. So I'm like very, very, very impressed. And just a quick other plug. Maggie was on our podcast that came out 2 weeks ago on the topic of
That's
loss.
right.
So make sure that if you haven't heard her on that, you go and check it out. Because it was awesome and it was great to have her on the podcast. And Maggie, it's great to have you on the show tonight as well.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and I hope that you join us again at 7:30 for the Zoom small groups. We love to see you again there.
Okay.
Yeah, and the link
All right.
is the same. Little heads up, it's not going to change. So just save the
Same
link.
Link is
So-
the one you already have.
yeah. So anyway, there you go. We'll see you again in a little bit.
Bye bye.
Bye.
See you,
Bye.
Max. Thanks for hanging out. Good to see you as always.
Good to see you.
Yeah. And moving right
Yeah.
along, we have someone new already like getting ready to hop in right now. Everyone,
who is it?
please welcome. Once the video,
Drum roll,
Faith.
please.
Faith. Hi.
Oh, no, Faith is sideways.
Faith, you're
I gotta be
sideways. I don't
sideways
know.
too.
I'm sideways?
Yeah.
Sometimes
There
it
you go.
happens. Oh, now
Perfect.
you're not.
Now you're not. Hey, Faith. Welcome to One Youth Live Show and Tell.
Wow. This is fun.
This is like this. Yeah, this is just what we do on Wednesdays, Faith. And I like the decor in the back of your room. That's cool. It's like some ivy or something. This is nice.
Fake plants that I bought off Amazon.
Hey, that's perfect.
Nice.
It seems like every CCA guy we talk to has lights, LED lights in their ceiling
Yeah,
of their
that-
room, right?
Color-
That's like a thing.
Color changing light bulb.
Okay, that's close. So Faith, what did you bring for show and tell today?
Oh, what?
Holy
Who is
smokes!
this?
Look at that cute guy.
Wow. Okay. What's that animal's name?
His name is Finley. He's a 7-month-old pug, and he drives me insane, but I love him.
Finley the pug.
7 months old. Now, my favorite question to ask people who just recently got a puppy: has he taken a dump in the house yet?
Okay, well, we have this like a room, so like kind of attached to the house, but it's like not attached to the house at the same time. But he does it there, but he does it in the house. He's actually completely potty trained already, so
What?
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
That's amazing.
I still count the sunroom as taking a poop in the house, though. I'm just saying.
like, I got him when he was 4 months old, and he was living in like a tiny apartment with people who were training him to pee on pee pads. So
Oh, wow.
Huh.
Nice.
So how did you get this? How did you get Finley? How did it all come about? Did you just decide one day like it is time to get a pug?
well, the thing is that I was like, I really want another dog. Like, I want another dog so badly. Like, I haven't had a dog in like a while. I haven't had a puppy, and my mom really wanted a dog. And my mom, like, we live in like a small-ish like apartment, so we couldn't have like a big dog. But like, I'm a big dog person. I'm not a little dog person. And my mom loves pugs, so I compromised with her on a pug, and we got him from a friend who knows a friend who knows a friend, basically.
The old
Gotcha.
friend of a friend of a friend trick. Tale as old as time.
So guys, my kid wants a dog really bad.
The best
Oliver,
thing. Best thing.
Oliver wants a dog so bad. He wants a corgi, though. You know what those things are? Those weird little dogs.
Corgi.
Yeah, he wants a corgi. All he does all day is draw pictures of corgis. He yesterday he decided he was gonna protest. He had a corgi protest, complete with little signs, and he was protesting for corgi rights. I don't know what kind of rights corgis don't have.
All right.
And
What,
then
to vote or something?
yeah, then today he's like, come over to my room, and he hands me a ticket, and it says Corgi Pass, and he's turned his room into a Corgi world. We don't even have a Corgi, by the way. This is just his desire to have a Corgi. And he tells me, he says, yeah, we're gonna have a ribbon cutting ceremony later for the Corgi room. And he did his own little ribbon cutting ceremony. So dogs are a big deal for kids. Faith, do you have any suggestions if my family were to get some kind of a dog, what breed would be the best? I feel like we have to get a corgi, but what's your recommendation?
But like for like a good solid family dog, I would say a golden retriever, but that's because I'm just like biased and I've had them all my life, because those are like for sure the best dog that you can get, like 100%. Or if you're gonna get a corgi, get it now and spend time with it in quarantine and puppy train it in quarantine, and then when things start going like back to normal, I guess, if they ever do go back to normal, your dog will be like completely potty trained. And yeah, I say get it now. I say now. Do it now.
Got it. Get it now.
Yeah.
I like that. That's good advice. Get the dog now. Get the corgi now. I don't think I can, man. I don't know. I'm not like a dog person or a cat person. Yeah, I know. Feel free to be upset with me all you want. This is
terrible news, Jamie. This is terrible news.
I know. I don't like myself for it either. So there you go. But I do like Finley. Finley looks like a good dog. Wherever Finley went.
Finley is currently chewing on my toes while I'm doing homework.
Ooh, gotta love the homework. Hey, so how's the school thing going for you? The whole school at home nonsense. How's that? Has it been okay?
It's not nonsense.
My AP test today.
You had an AP test today?
Oh, it was absolutely terrible.
What was it on?
What do you mean?
Oh, it was AP? What? I didn't hear what subject. U.S. history. Got it.
It was terrible.
Well,
like 7 hours?
Oof.
7 hours?
And how do you do an AP test at home? How does that even work?
Well, I just had to, the way that I did it is that I FaceTimed like one of the people who like work for whatever company like runs this, whatever it is, I don't know. And I have to print out a Scantron and I have to lock myself in my room by myself. I have to be on FaceTime with someone so they know that I'm not cheating. Like it has to be like full view, like they can like see my hands taking the test. And then yeah, I just sat there and they watched me take it and they coached me through everything. Like there's all this stuff. Like I took an ACT the other day as well. So they have to read this stuff off to me, and then you have to like do all the answer sheets. Yeah, this is like probably like I feel like junior year is honestly one of the worst years. Someone just rang my doorbell and I
heard that. And Finley's gonna go get the door.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, my dog is a vicious attack dog, even though he's like weighs 2 pounds.
I guess they're good for something.
Yeah, it's good because he's not like a yippy dog. Like he's not like a Chihuahua. Not to like hate on anyone who has Chihuahuas. Like do your own thing. But like I do not understand how people have Chihuahuas as a dog. It's scared of a leaf. How is something that's scared of a leaf called a dog? That's just my question.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Those pugs have distinct personalities.
Oh yeah, 100%. They think they're big dogs and they're tiny dogs.
Yeah, my friends once had a pug and it like strained its neck, kind of like this, a little sideways. And they took it to the vet, and the vet's like, "Yeah, that'll happen." And they're like, "Okay, well, how do we fix it?" And they said, "Oh, you don't. That dog will always be like that the rest of its life." And it was. I know. I don't really get it. A little pug like this. Uh-oh. The dog's loose.
Faith, has Finley eaten anything in the house yet that wasn't approved?
He ate my I've been emailing back and forth with this college, Tabor College, for soccer, and he ate one of the they sent me something that's like, you've been accepted, and he ate it. He ate the thing. And blow.
He's already telling you that he doesn't want you to go. He already has separation anxiety. He's like, don't go to college. I'll hide the evidence. He must really love you already.
That was really bad because I had to give him them. I was like, hi, yeah, sorry, my dog ate it, so could you resend me it again? Yeah. I also got 2 new fish recently, which is very exciting for me.
2 new fish?
Yeah, I got beta fish.
Oh, yeah. The ones that fight each other. Don't they? You can't keep them in the same bowl, right?
I mean, no. I don't keep mine in the same bowl.
Okay. All right. Good
Yeah.
times.
What'd you name the fish? What'd you name your fish?
I named my fish Samuel and Sushi.
You named a fish Sushi. How
Sushi
ironic.
the fish. I love it, man. I love it.
It's funny.
Hey, Faith, are you going to, at 7:30, 12 minutes, stick around, join a breakout group with us? That would be fantastic.
You'll have to catch up on my math homework.
Okay, well, then get that math homework done, take 5 more AP tests, and get it all done in 12 minutes, and we'll see you at 7:30. It'll be great. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in your abilities. Bye. All right. Bye, Faith. Thanks for introducing.
Bye, Faith. Good to see you. Thanks for being on the show.
Man, Finley the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
He looks like a handful.
Yeah, it does look like a handful. Man, AP test. That's a rough thing, man.
7 hours, and how weird is that some dude or whatever, some person has to sit there and watch it for 7 hours.
Yeah.
How about that job? I think maybe the only thing worse than taking an AP test for that long is having to watch someone else take an AP test for that long.
Right?
No, thank you.
What'd you do all day, honey? I just sat and watched high school junior take an AP test through the phone.
Yeah.
What? Is that possible? Yeah.
Well,
weird
can you go to the bathroom or anything? I mean, it's 7 hours. What are you supposed to do? You have to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, hey, I'll be back in a few minutes. Like, no, you can't. Not unless I can see. I don't trust you. Like, what are you doing? I don't know.
Hey, Patrick, who do we got coming up here?
we got another middle schooler. We got 2 middle schoolers and 2 high schoolers tonight. And so my good friend Matthew is joining. Hey, Matthew. How's it going, Matthew?
I'm good.
Hey,
yeah.
Thank you for joining us for the One Youth show and tell. I am super excited. I have a little bit of an idea of what you have ready for us. So to go ahead and just take it away. What are you gonna do? And then it's all yours. The stage is yours.
So I'm gonna play "Strong Enough" by Matthew West
On the guitar.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Sweet, man.
Hey, I'm ready to sit back and enjoy.
Live music. I'm excited.
Awesome, man.
Way to go, man.
That was it sounded, if being over the computer and stuff, that sounded so good. It was awesome.
So Matthew, how long have you been playing guitar for?
Less than a year. In July, it will be a year.
Wow. And what was the first chord that you learned on guitar?
The C chord.
Okay, that's good. That's a good starting one right there. You did the C chord. And what was the first song you learned how to play?
The first song I learned how to play fully was Gloria by the Luminaires.
Oh, yeah. And that's in C, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, there we go. It's all coming together, man. Sweet. Well, thank you so much for playing us that song. It's not always easy to do stuff like this through the technology that we have, and I really appreciate you doing it. Were you reading the lyrics, or did you already have it all memorized?
I had to read the lyrics because I forgot the chorus part, but besides that, I remembered pretty much every single one. I had to read the chorus because I haven't listened to the song in like a month, so I forgot the chorus part.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Hey, well, you know what? The chat on YouTube is blowing up right now. Olivia, who runs the high school, she's like the leader of the high school band. She said that she wants you to join the worship band when you're in high school. Elizabeth wants you to be a part of the next worship video that they do. I think we're going to do another one in just a few weeks. Everyone absolutely loved it. That was so good. Thank you. So much.
And you know what, Matthew, they did not ask Finley the dog to join the worship team, and they did not ask Maggie to make interpretive pottery for the worship team either. So I'm just saying, man, you're the first person to come on the show and tell show and have people saying, we want you to be on our, although all our people are talented, Chris. I mean, I'm blown away.
Very talented.
And it seems like there are all these little hidden gems of talent that's all over the place that we didn't even know about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awesome, Matthew. Welcome to the world of TV and radio and production, man. You're a hit already. You're a one-man band already. You just knocked it out of the park, man. Get ready. The offers are gonna start pouring in. If you need a manager, hit me up, dog. I will help you out.
There it is. There
you go.
Yeah.
I know a little something about the showbiz. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Well, Matthew, thank you so much for being on the show. It was great to hear you. I hope that you're going to stick around and be on the hang out with us in the small group hangout. And you know what? If you want to hang out with us, you don't even have to turn your video off. You can be with us for the outro of the show right now. You can just hang out here.
There we go.
You are now the new designated co-host of tonight. So there you go. I just want to say I posted the link to join the Zoom hangout on Instagram and then on our parents' Facebook page. I'm going to send it right now
here it comes. I'm anticipating this. You're going to start watching things blow up, right? Isn't that what's going to happen, Pat?
It's going to start to blow up. It's on to join. The information is on the screen. You should be able to see it right there. We have it in the text. So go ahead and join. Here's just a few things that you need to know before you join. You absolutely have to use your real name. You cannot use a nickname of any type. If you do, I am not going to accept you. I already see nicknames coming in, so you better get out of there and get a different name. And then additionally, you have to have a working microphone and camera to join. If you don't, I'm going to kick you out right away as well. So I'm sorry about that. That's the 2 rules. You will be put into a waiting room first, and then you will you'll be put into a waiting room first, and then you'll be accepted into the chat. But if you have a weird name, a different name, and I don't know who you are, I'm sorry. Oh, like that right there. Remove. If you have a different name, you're not going to be accepted in. I'm sorry. So there we go. That is that is the plan.
Here's the deal. You wouldn't show up to youth group with a bag over your head, not being able to talk, and ask to go into a small group. We wouldn't let you in that. So, at least I don't think we would. That'd be kind of weird. Like, who's the kid with the bag over your head? Like, who's that guy? So make sure that again, like Patrick said, when you log in, use your real name, and make sure you have video going, and make sure you have audio going so that we can hear and talk to you, and you can be a part of a breakout group. That would be ideal. So friends,
absolutely,
make sure you get that going.
Yep.
And we're gonna populate all of these small breakout groups. And also, as you're thinking about these breakout groups and what you want to do in them, there'll be a point in the breakout group where we're going to ask you, like, hey, what do you need prayer for? Like what's going on in your life right now? And I just want to encourage everyone to be real with that. No reason to lie or just to kind of hide out. Take a risk tonight. Tell the truth to some of these people who are around you and say, man, I'm having a hard time with dealing with family during quarantine, or I'm really nervous about what fall will look like, or I'm bummed that summer camp is not happening this year at Forest Home, or whatever it is. Just be real and share that with the people in your breakout groups. You have an opportunity tonight to do that. So I really encourage you to do that. And also these breakout groups, we're going to try to kind of get them to end around 8:00. But if your breakout group is going really, really well, and you guys keep going, I think we're going to allow for that to happen. The leaders who are a part of each of these groups have some notes with them, so they can kind of help coach you guys along in all these breakout groups. So again, join up, join in, and we are going to make these things happen for all of us. So Matthew, you excited for breakout group?
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool.
Sweet, man. I'm excited for it. Now, can you give us a C chord right now? I want to hear the C chord.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. I have to take the cape off.
I was about to say, it sounded a little different. It sounded like a key on this one. There it is. All right.
Well, friends, that's the end of this live stream show. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope I see you guys next week on the stream.
Bye, everyone.
That's all we've got for now, and you will now see a screen of all the connection information that you need to join the Zoom. Thank you, and God bless.
Join.